Hi everybody, welcome to Stalking the Wild Auto Harp. And this week I return to my quest for picks. As I've explained in several previous videos, I am going through the process of evaluating, comparing, and opinionating on all different kinds of picks. And this week we're going to start looking at finger picks, specifically plastic finger picks. And I have three kinds to share with you today. And stick around because at the end of this video I am going to be showing something that I think is awesome for people who use picks, that keep picks on your fingers and stop them from hurting. And I've tried a lot of different things to do this, but what I'm going to reveal at the end of this video I think is just really cool. So stick around for that. There are not a lot of plastic pick options. The first ones I want to talk about are Dunlop plastic picks. And my preference in the Dunlop plastic picks are the white one. They come in three colors: the white, the tortoise shell, and the clear. Let's think of them as equivalent. Maybe you feel differently. If you do, let me know, because I'd be really interested to hear what you think is different about the different types of Dunlop finger picks. This is what I use and has been my main finger pick for many years now. Now, I put a piece of tape on my first finger. The reason I do that is because I do a lot of backwards picking. When I do that, sometimes I snag the first finger with this part on the back of the pick, and it catches and will even pull the pick off. It doesn't seem to be a problem with my second finger or third finger, so I wrapped the first finger. Okay? You might not pick backwards. That's your prerogative. But if you do, if you're snagging, that's what you can do, is you can close the gap. Now, let me go ahead and play you these. Furthermore, if I go up on point, I can get an even brighter sound. But the reason that I'm doing that is that my natural nail, the way I wear them, my natural nail, I can pick with my natural nail over the top. And make a really bright sound. So I'm actually picking with this surface when I want it to be quieter. And when I go up on points, I can actually pick with my own natural nail. Kind of cool. Okay, so the white plastic Dunlops. Let me give you a sound comparison to my bare nail. So here's with the Dunlops. About the same volume, pretty close. These plastic picks, plastic finger picks, can be difficult to adjust. These picks can be adjusted by dipping them in hot water. Here's how you do it, okay? You boil yourself some water and you put it in a coffee mug, all right? And then take your picks, hold them with some needle nose pliers or some tweezers, and then dip them in the water. Count to 10. Take them out. Then quickly you have to make your adjustment while they're still hot. If you have to go larger, what I do is I grab them like this, put the needle nose pliers inside, and then pull them open. And that opens up the pick a little bit because it's too hot to put on my finger. if you can stand the heat, go ahead and shove it down onto your finger and blow on it and cool it, and then pull it off. And it will have opened up a little bit. If it's too big and you need to make it smaller, you just, after you pull it out of the boiling water, squeeze it in. Now, if you have to squeeze it in further than the two ends will allow, because the two ends want to come together like this and then stop, you can overlap them, but that creates a hook, which might be a problem. If you don't want to create a hook, then do what I do. I take the ends and I snip them with some wire cutters, and I cut off the very ends of the little wings, and that creates more space for them to go together more closely. Take the time to adjust your picks. You won't be sorry, because then they will fit. And plastic picks, because they expand, you make them a little bit smaller than they need to be. You push them on your finger. That way, if your finger contracts later in the day, it will stretch. It'll still stay on your finger. So that's the Dunlop plastic pick. But what about some other good plastic picks? Fred Kelly Freedom Pick. Looks like this. Now you see where the split is. Most people take this and they put it on their finger like this. And it fits that way, feels nice that way, and it actually works that way. Now let me do a sound comparison. I'm going to put a Dunlop on this finger and the Fred Kelly Freedom Pick on this finger. Here's the Dunlop. Here's the Fred Kelly. Dunlop. Fred Kelly. Very similar in sound. Again, the Fred Kelly, if you do it with the smooth part of the pick, you got a soft sound. If you do it with the edgy part of the pick, that's a real cool technique to use in your picking to change the volume of your playing. Different topic, but related to picks. So anyway, that's the Fred Kelly Freedom Pick. When it's on your finger, wrong. When it's on upside down from the way it's designed. This is not the way this pick is designed to be worn. If you doubt me, go look at Fred Kelly's video. He's the guy who designed the pick. He designed this pick to be worn this way. In which case it's an extension of your nail. You hear how it sounds sharper and more delicate. Now, when worn like this, you have to have the right size, because this wants to go right into your cuticle, which, as you know, for a lot of picks, metal picks especially, that can be a real problem when the pick is driving into your cuticle. If the pick isn't the right size, these come in 3 different sizes. If it's not the right size, it can drive into the cuticle. And when I put it on my 4th finger, it drives in no matter what size, because I bought all 3 sizes and they are all bugging my cuticle when I wear them this way. However, the picks, when I wear them the right way, they intrigue me as far as their ability to perform like nails, only louder. And so I came up with this. It's the time for the moment of revelation. All right. This is something I've been waiting to share with you ever since I started the pick videos. And I think this is just cool as any get out. This is NexCare medical tape. Okay. You buy it at the pharmacy, right where the adhesive tapes are and everything like that. But this tape is waterproof tape. All right. And as you can see, it's kind of silly putty, and it's foam. And I've known about this for a while and have used it for various AutoHarp related things and other things, but it's stretchy because it's foam and it's super sticky. And what you can do to keep your picks on is you can take this and you can wrap it once around your finger and then just tear it off so it makes one circuit around your finger. If you stretch it too tight, it's going to turn your fingers purple because they're not going to be able to have circulation. But there you go. And you do it on all three fingers. This is not going to come off all evening. And then something else cool happens that I'll show you in a minute. So there's 2, and I'll put it on 3. All 3 fingers get taped. So they kind of look like they have Band-Aids on them. All right, they kind of feel like that too. And then you take your picks and you shove them down over the foam. And this is just great because they are not going anywhere. All night long, I can wear them. I can take the picks off and I can leave the tape on, and it's like having Band-Aid on my fingers. Consider that. It's a real cool option for keeping your picks on. And you can also do it with your thumb. I have no need to do it with my thumb, but it can be used for a thumb pick as well. So anyway, see, I'm taking these off now. Tape stays on the fingers. And now when I put on the Fred Kellys in the correct playing position, where they would normally be driving into my cuticle on my 4th finger, they don't. They don't bother my 4th finger nearly as much when I have the tape on. And they're not going to slip. They're not going to come off. Now, these are great for going backwards. And forwards. So that's an option for you as well. The Dunlop, the Fred Kelly Speed Picks. These also come in polycarbonate, and I have discussed polycarbonate picks before. I don't have any Fred Kellys in polycarbonate, although I hope to pick some up so that I can play them for you. They're going to be brighter in tone. Also, I have seen the polycarbonate ones snap up the back, pushing them down onto the finger. These wings come apart, they go, and they crack up the other side right up the middle. Now, last but not least, or maybe least, I have some aLaska picks here. aLaska picks, I first tried when they first came out years ago, and I was like, ugh. But this time I decided, okay, well, I'm playing a little bit more with my nails, and it seems like it's a more delicate nail kind of pick, and people who play with their nails seem to really, really swear by them. So I'm going to go over to the folk music store, and I'm going to buy some, and I'm going to try them, and I'm going to review them. So I did, and I put them on, and I worked with them, and my rating is, ugh. I'm sorry, I cannot get these picks around my fingers. Yes, I've looked at the videos on how to adjust them. I've tried to adjust them. I've played with them, and I cannot get them to work for me. So, once again, epic fail on the part of the aLaska pick. That's for me, all right? Now, The way these are designed to be worn is they go over your nail and then under your nail, like that. All right. Now, I don't know if I can get it on video, but if you can see, I think you can. The curve is different. My nail curves more and these curve subtly, so they push their way out and they don't couch themselves. And yes, I've tried to adjust them. And I've followed the instructions on how to adjust them and how to file them and how to tweak them. And I've done quite a bit of adjusting on this one. As you can see, I've removed the middle band. I've tried what they've said. I can't get it to work. Yes, I can pick with it, but only very gently. And I think that some people do play very gently, and there is something to be said for that. I've been playing for 30 years, though, in a fairly aggressive style, and I can't keep my playing that subdued for that long and always succeed. And what happens is I work with these and they pop out. They pop over my nail, and then they're on the outside of the nail, and then they're going like this, because that's not how they're designed to be worn. And I can't keep them on my nails and keep them adjusted correctly. The aLaska picks just don't cut it for my style of playing. Maybe they do for yours. As a matter of fact, I have some very good friends, y'all know who you are, who use them, who swear by them. Great. If you can make it work, great. I can't. So in a few weeks, I'll be back with another video about picks. We'll talk about some metal finger picks, I believe. And I'm always collecting these picks. All right. So if you are getting a lot out of pick videos or my lesson videos, my technique videos, my other AutoHarp videos, please consider contributing by going over to Patreon and becoming a patron of this program, because I have to buy all these picks in order to review them. So it keeps me in picks, it keeps me in batteries, it keeps me in various other things that I need to make these videos happen for you. So if you would consider going over and becoming a Patreon, I would so appreciate it. You can become my student. I work with students all the time online through Skype, and we go back and forth and have some lessons that way. So wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in your playing, beginning, intermediate, advanced, I can work with you, and we can get that going on. So details for that are on my website. Links are in my comments down below. Remember to like, remember to subscribe so you get the latest and the greatest. And until I talk to you again, I'm Hal Weeks, Stalking the Wild AutoHarp. Bye-bye.